morning, my name's Arden and this is Wild Mountain Farm. We're out here, we're going to plant potatoes. We have had some pretty horrific weather the past couple of days. It has rained non-stop. I think we've had, close to 2 inches in like 36 hours. It's been disgusting and we're in for a lot more. So we have a small window of, light rain. So we're going to get these in. I cut them a few days ago. But when you cut potatoes, so you let them eye, and then once you can start seeing the eyes, so each one of these is an eye, you can then cut them so that you get more potato seed out of your one potato. But you want to make sure that you have at least 2 to 3 eyes per seed still. So you're supposed to cut them and then leave them for a couple of days before you plant them so that they get like a good seal on them like that. These have been left a little bit longer than 2 days, but they'll be fine. So we have both a red and a yellow variety, and we will harvest these early as new potatoes, so before they get that kind of hard skin on them, and it would just be a nice early thing to add to the market stand. People really like new potatoes, so we're going to get those in today. So yeah, here we go. Okay, well, the potatoes are in. They didn't go as far as we were hoping. We've got one bed and a little tiny bit more. So we'll have to go get some more, but that's okay. We kind of figured that it would be that way. We had a little bit of a nightmare with our potato seeds. So we ordered early potato seed because we are a little bit earlier. Usually you plant them kind of end of March, beginning of April. But we ordered early and it came through the post, and it... the postal company had done a horrible job of getting it to us, and so it arrived absolutely sopping wet. Probably about 3/4 of the potatoes that we ordered were rotten. So anyway, cut a long story short, the seed company that we worked with was brilliant. They refunded us fully, and so we were able to make do with the small amount that we had, but it does mean that we're going to now have to go and find a few more. So like I say, we knew that was going to happen, so it is what it is. But I'm glad that we've got at least a bed in. Yeah, feels good. Springtime. So what I haven't shown you guys is that Ashley and I got the purlin up on the greenhouse, which is just that metal pole that goes all along the centre there. We're a tiny bit short, but I'm not worried. We've got a lot of extra metal lying around, so we'll make that work. But yeah, so that's up. So now the next job on this is to get wood and do the sides, like run a strip of wood all along the side here, and then we'll also do a bottom one too. So we've got that to do, but I just wanted to give you guys a chick update because the chicks are getting really big. Here they are. So this is Mama and her babies. I think that her babies must be about 4 weeks old now. So there's this little one here that has been a little bit slow. I can't quite figure out why. I've given them like a little protein boost. I cooked up some eggs and gave that to them. Their water also is currently looking like orange juice because it has like a chicken electrolyte in it, because I was a little worried that maybe she was vitamin E deficient. So hopefully she perks back up. She doesn't look dire. She just doesn't look as strong as the others. But the ones in the back, so they must be 3 weeks old now. I gave them some of that electrolyte stuff too. That's why, like I say, it looks like orange juice. But yeah, they're doing really good, really good. I raised their heat lamp up, so every week you're supposed to raise it up a little bit. And then it encourages them to grow in their feathers. So yeah, they're doing good. And it's also been, with all this rain that we've had too, it's actually been really warm too, or starting to get warm. I think the high today is supposed to be 58, which is just crazy. But yeah, so the chicks are doing good, everybody's growing. Okay, so I just spent the rest of the morning finishing up on a sowing that I didn't quite complete last week. Nothing particularly exciting, just kind of more greens, some beets, and another round of brassicas. And so I've come out here and now I'm going to plant some more brassicas. So we have cauliflower and what is it? Cauliflower and broccoli. And I've got 4 beds here that are ready to be planted. If I'm being honest, the tarp could have been on these for a little bit longer. We pulled it off and they were still pretty hairy. Ashley's done a really good job of clearing them up, but they're probably going to cause us a little bit of grief, but it is what it is. We've got to get this stuff in the ground. So I'm going to crack on and do that. I think we're going to go shoot for 2 beds of broccoli and 2 beds of cauliflower. And so hopefully that'll give us some nice early brassicas for the market. So yeah, see how it goes. Well, I was able to fill all these beds up. It didn't use up quite all of the plants, so I'll have to find another space for them somewhere else, but that's fine. We have 4 beds of brassicas, so yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that. The weather's turned for the worst again, so I think that I'm going to call that a day, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Okay, well, hello. It is the next day. As you can probably tell, I've been planting. I got another bed of cauliflower in because we had a little bit of leftover from yesterday's flats. So Ashley got a bed ready for me this morning. So we've now got 3 beds of cauliflower and 2 beds of broccoli. So that's a really nice, good chunk of brassicas that we got in. So now I'm heading down to the other side of the greenhouse. I'm going to get some more beds ready down there so that we can put in kale and chard. They're pretty long-term crops, so they'll probably see us through to the end of the year now. Thinking about the kale being long-term, these are kale plants that we planted. Well, actually I think that far bed was our first round of kale, so that probably was planted, oh gosh, probably about a year ago. And then this one in front of us here was a slightly later planting, and as you can tell, we're still picking from them. We are eating kale salads from them, just Ashley and I. And then what they do this time of year is they start shooting something called rapini. So they start budding like that. And it's kind of like an early season broccolini. So we'll pick that and take that to the market on Saturday too. Can you believe it? The market's on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. So we have today, we have tomorrow, and then obviously Friday will be spent harvesting. So yeah, trying to get as much done before the weekend because I want to take Sunday off. Hey, okay boss, where should I start?
Do you want to fertilize?
Yeah, okay, okie dokie.
Arden, it's time to fertilize.
Bend and snap. Checking for wireworm. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys what we're actually going to be planting. Ashley's still broad forking. She's calling it the bend and snap method. Show him, Ashley. Oh my gosh, I just filmed all of this and then I just realised that I filmed it on Zoom, and so when I just looked at it back, it's like zoomed up on my face, which is just not a good look. But what I was saying, I'll repeat myself, is that Ashley's looking for wireworms. So wireworms are these little worms about yay big, and they're orange in colour, and they get up into the plants and they just decimate them. They kill them, they eat the root, and they're just a nightmare. They love head lettuce. So our first year of farming, we didn't really have any head lettuce. We're this is a little bit of a gamble putting this stuff into these beds. This is only second year ground. There could still be a few in here, so which is why Ashley's checking to see if we're making a terrible mistake or not. But she actually hasn't found any yet, so that's good. If we find one, I'll show it to you guys. But they only really appear if you're doing a no-till garden. So if you're tilling, you probably won't really find them, but they live in sod. So especially, like I say, the first kind of years of your garden is the worst, and then, you know, as you continue to farm in them, they tend to just kind of disappear. I don't really know where they go. Maybe they just kind of die out because then they don't actually like living in cultivated soil that much. But this stuff is what we're planting. So I have a really pretty rainbow chard. We only grow rainbow. You can do straight white and you can do straight red. So this is Swiss chard. But we just find that this is so pretty that we just don't do any others. And then the other one is a black kale. Again, we've grown other varieties in the past. We do like a green curly and a red curly, but the black honestly just sells the best. So we're just trying to. The red Russian kale is great in the winter. Ashley just said, yeah, it's true. It is that is a really good winter kale. But for kind of spring, summer, the black kale sells the best, and it's nice for multiple things. So. Yeah, people also call it like Tuscan kale or dinosaur kale. We just call it black kale. It's all the same thing, I think. So here, we're going to crack on and do that now. Ashley found a wireworm. Look at that little thing. Yeah, if you find these in your garden, be sure to kill them because they are no good. No good at all. Nasty little things. Die, wireworm. We got these 4 beds filled. We've got all the plants in that we wanted. It's looking really good. So we are going to call that a day and head in. But just a little quick story to finish out the day. So we just got a parcel at the gate as we were down there, and actually wheelbarrowed it up because part of it was egg cartons, and we don't want them to get wet because it's kind of wet out. And so there was also an order from the seed company that we use, and Ashley's like, what is that? Like more seeds? So it's like, I don't remember ordering anything. Anyway, so she just took them up and she opened it, and it's strawberries, like strawberry crowns, that need to be planted immediately. Apparently, that's what it says on the box, which is ironic because we're already kind of stressing on space, just making sure that we have enough, and yeah, so now we've got to squeeze in strawberries somewhere. So that's one of those winter plans that sounds great when you're buying them back in November. And now that we are here, it's like, oh my gosh, now we've got to find room for them.